Believe it or not, this is where Dad will end up tonight. I mean, how crazy is that? Seriously, it's like musical beds. Dad hasn't slept in his own bed properly for 8 years. I'm surprised they're still together, to be honest with you.
It was embarrassing, and with her looking right in your eyes in unbelief that I have to go into a bed without my wife, by myself, and roll over and go to sleep.
Here, come on.
Pajama time. Pajamas on.
So, pyjamas on is literally the beginning of bedtime, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Right.
Ellie, go get your pajamas.
I have to lay down between Ellie and Emma to get them to go to sleep.
Are you going to sleep? Am I saying goodnight to you now? Okay, well, good night then. Good night. Good night. I tell you what, this is a first. I've never had to tuck in a family that I was visiting on my observation day. That was a first for everything. Good night. I mean, I've never been into a household where I've switched the lights out on a parent tucked in cosy with her daughters. I found that absolutely bizarre. So no evening together. No.
With the children being in the bed, my wife and I don't get any time, couples time, not only just to talk, but just to sleep together, to be with one another. It's amazing we have 3 children. I don't know how it happened, but it did.
I've got to ask you this question. I have to. When was the last time you slept in your own bed?
It's probably been about 7 to 8 years.
7, 8 years?
Yeah.
That's just madness to me. Absolutely insane. How did you have children? Did you meet on the way to the bathroom?
Funny you should say that. I sit out on the couch with the 4-year-old Cara and watch a movie until she falls asleep or we both fall asleep. And then anywhere from 11 o'clock to 2 in the morning, I move the 10-year-old Ellie upstairs into a bed, move the 4-year-old Cara into Christy's bed, and I go upstairs and sleep in a separate bed.
So, believe it or not, this is where Dad will end up tonight. I mean, how crazy is that? Seriously, it's like musical beds. Dad hasn't slept in his own bed properly for 8 years. I'm surprised they're still together, to be honest with you.
It was embarrassing, and with her looking right in your eyes in unbelief that I have to go into a bed without my wife, by myself, and roll over and go to sleep.
Tomorrow morning, need a meeting.
Okay.
Stuff that needs to be addressed and spoken about, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, all right then, great. Good night. Hey, go upstairs, I'll see myself out.
Okay.
Good night. However, I still need to tackle this family's biggest issue, and that's bedtime. And now Cara doesn't have a pacifier to soothe her. Will it be drama? So tonight, there's a new bedtime routine. And the bedtime routine is going to be about you girls feeling very safe and secure in your own bedrooms. Where do I begin with bedtime? It's just insane, really. It's created such sleep deprivation that it's destructive to the whole family. In a couple of minutes, Cara is going to go and get washed, and she's going to have stories read to her. You girls are going to go and take a shower or a bath. Giving the girls a bedtime routine where it's staggered, so they all go to bed at different times, which allows the parents to wind them down and to read stories to them. Just allows the whole process of bedtime to happen much smoother than what it was before.
Aladdin and Abu gasped as they saw all the gold and jewels in the cavern. Can you lay down?
I want to sleep later.
No. She's not sleeping.
Sorry?
She says she's going to sleep later.
Oh, she did she? Mm-hmm. This is what you are going to do, okay? The stay in bed technique, okay? She comes out the first time, you say to her, it's bedtime, darling. Tuck her in and come out. The second time, you say it's just bedtime. The third time, you say nothing.
Get up.
Good night, Cara. Then Mum placed Cara into bed and she came out straight away. And then it really was tantrums and tiaras. She didn't want to be going to bed on her own.
It's bedtime.
she continued to cry, and Mum sat on the sofa. Her heart was just really feeling emotionally what Cara was going through. Tell yourself, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Because it has to be done.
Don't give me the answers that you've memorised from listening to me. Really think about why we're doing this. I needed Mum's attention for her to focus on why it is important that these kids get to sleep and that she gets a good night's sleep as well.
It's just not easy.
No, it's not. But no, it's only change. No, it's not because she's going, oh, you're so mean. You're a mean mummy. You don't love me. You're abandoning me. That's not that cry.
I was feeling very, very sad. I could never have done that without Joe there.
With Cara already down, Dad put the other two girls to bed, and whilst I was talking to Mum, I realised that within an hour, all three were asleep. Oh, look at that. Your kids are in their own beds. 9 o'clock, and lights were out for everyone. Mum and Dad came downstairs and really didn't know what to do with themselves. I'm leaving for a couple of days. This is about you guys putting in the techniques and continuing, because soon I'm going to be going for good. So this is an important part of what we're doing here. So let's take a look at the first clip of bedtime.
Jump on in the bed. Good night. Y'all will be okay.
I just want somebody to shoot me.
Why?
I hate this.
But it worked. It's bedtime.
Love you, Mommy.
I'm out. That's it. I can't just sit up there listening to her scream, I love you, Mommy.
Okay. You did a great beginning.
Yeah.
You tucked the kids in, it was great. And then you went, okay, I've had enough now, I'm done. Ultimately, who was going to step in? You had to step in. Because who else was going to do it? Let's take a look at the second clip here of bedtime.
I love you. You'll be okay.
It's bedtime.
Okay, so when she said she wanted mummy, that's what you should give her. You should give her mummy. Bedtime, and take her back in. Oh dear, no. It's all over. No. Oh my word, no. All that hard work. You cannot compromise the technique. You cannot compromise it. Otherwise it just doesn't work. Doesn't work.
And it didn't.
But she does need you. She needs you to place her back. If it's not done by you, it does create the good cop, bad cop. Let's address bedtime once and for all.
Right.
Okay? Let's continue to work with what is necessary so that we can tweak today the stuff that needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
Whilst I was gone, Mum couldn't resist getting into bed with the little one, and it compromised the technique. So to move forward, I've got to make sure that Mum is totally committed to doing this. So what's happening tonight with Carl? Carl's going to take a back seat, okay, and do his thing. And tonight, you're taking charge of bedtime. I wanted Mum to do this technique without Carl around, because at the end of the day, Mum is the one that's got to find the strength in putting these kids to bed and actively ignoring them.
What would you wish for? Asked Aladdin. I would wish for freedom, the genie replied.
Once the bedtime story was over, the tears and tantrums started, and it was really hard for Mum just to pull herself away.
It's Time to go to bed, baby. I may have been a little nervous having to do bedtime without Kyle, but I definitely saw the need for me to have to do it alone.
Okay, so this is what we are going to change about yourself right now. Stay right there. I'm going to show you your face. So what are we going to do to change that?
I guess I'm gonna not look like that.
You are on a mission. Get these kids into bed, okay? Upright. You're going to get it done. When those kids come out, you're going to very firmly take them by the hand and you're going to take them back into their bedrooms.
I think I needed that final push from Joe about bedtime. Cara was just like a little maniac. She was just running all over the room and zipping in and out.
So it was a testing time for her. And it's not easy. There's no way it's easy for any parent. But it doesn't mean it's not right.
It was hard. It's always hard hearing your child cry. I knew it was for the best. I knew that Emma was better off.
As soon as Christy did step up and she was strong and persistent, these girls went off to sleep, just like I knew they would.
They're asleep. I did so good, I didn't even cry.
Did you really? I was so excited to hear that Christy took charge at bedtime. To see her stand firm and to be the mother that these children needed to be is just so relieving.
So, congratulations. You have clearly shown yourself you are able and capable of doing it.